The best timelines for humanity coming soon. The Archerans. We have looked down several timelines from where you are right now. And we know that those of you who are awake are feeling into those same timelines. You can feel the enormity of where it is you are standing right now because of the choosing that you must do in order to experience a bright future. One where you experience the least amount of chaos, the least amount of cataclysmic events. We know that it is easy to listen to those who are telling you that it is inevitable for things to get worse there on Earth when you have already been surrounded by pessimism and people who have been telling you to look out for this or that your entire lives. People are always anticipating the next stock market crash or the crash of their currency. And so why wouldn't the average human be looking at your future ascension as one that will be preceded by much destruction? But those of you who look in the direction that we look see the rosy future ahead for those of you who choose it. And we can say that with certainty because we know there isn't just one future. And hopefully you know that by now as well. Now, how do you get on that best feeling timeline for yourself and others? Well, you start by paying attention to how you feel about the small things in your life. Are you anticipating the something good happening in the day that you are about to embark upon, or are you thinking about all the bad things that could happen and trying to prepare for them? All you have to do is shift in that moment to a thought about what could go right in order to experience more going right as you move through your day. And your day is just a microcosm of all time, including your future. Therefore, as you begin to see how things could go very right for you today and tomorrow and the next day before you know it, you have mapped out a future experience for yourself where everything continues to be on an upswing and get better and better for yourself and for your fellow humans. Now, you might say, well, how can I do this when I look around at my world and I see things that aren't the way I want them to be or the way that I would choose them to be? And we say to you that you chose unconsciously. You didn't know you were choosing whether there would still be wars at this point in humanity's evolution. You didn't know you had a choice in the matter as to whether there would still be people starving to death and slavery on your planet. But you know these things now, and you can do something about them by anticipating and even planning for the better future for humanity. The future where everyone is getting what they need not only to survive, but to thrive. And you are the ones with your awakened consciousnesses that can hold that space for yourselves and others. And you can see it coming to fruition in your lifetime. That we know to be true. And we can guarantee for those of you who are looking on the bright side, looking for the positive and anticipating the best outcome for yourself and those you are participating with in your day. It really is that simple, humanity. And we know you can do it because we have seen those timelines where you already have. For half a century, we have waited for the best time to make our presence known. It cannot frighten the people. So we had to wait in the wings. Today, with technology, there are more sightings and ways to communicate our presence to others. We can land in Arizona and people in Guatemala will know about it. But what happens when we land in Arizona is our material that was recorded and censored. When you watch it, you're going to get a different version. Filters and background noises may be added that don't give you the full picture. When you watch a video of our arrival, use your discernment. Has someone altered the video? So, what is going to happen is they will keep the people afraid. As long as you are afraid and don't want us, we keep our distance. We could land more if you were welcoming. Our intention is to bring forth situations where we land and enough cameras are there that no one can change the footage. If millions of people all saw it, the narrative can't be corrupted. We are planning to make landfall soon in a large crowd. We want there to be no fear when we take to the skies. You know, we are helpful and want to bring peace. We are not here to attack. Remain faithful that new relationships will be formed where we are your friends. Let us look back on history. When did all the nations come together? Every 4 years. We need nations coming together. There is the celebration of the Olympics happening this month. It is our desire to participate. We would like for the nations to listen to each other, to intermingle and bond. For a moment in history, the world becomes one united goal. Our energy will be at the games. We will participate in the fashion that seems best for the time. The games will be watched over with love and peace from our ships. For a moment in time, let's unite. Put differences aside and celebrate athleticism and courage and bravery while under pressure. When the ceremony comes to an end, take with you the oneness. Take with you new friendships. Carry that into your daily lives. The healing will begin when you see each other as one and the same. Our mission this month is to protect the games. Enjoy them as we will and cheer for your favorites. Encourage openness, and this will make the world happy. When the mission is done, we will not stop. There will be a further mission to continue the uniting. Dance in the streets if you feel excited and spread joy where you go. You each make a difference in the whole. The whole would not be complete without you. Our greatest day is when there is no fear. Trust it will happen. We thank you for being here on this planet to witness our arrival. When the energy tells us it's time, you have our greatest blessings. We have noticed the impact that the masters who have walked on your planet have had on all of you. You have noticed their power, their alignment, and the love that emanates from them as well. They came to you in order to show you what was possible while being in a human physical form. They didn't have anything that you don't have. And to put it another way, everything that they had inside of them, you also have inside of you. And they wanted you to know that. But they also wanted to demonstrate to you how to access that which is in all of us, that which is Source. You access those energies, those vibrations, and those feelings by going within, by meditating, by fasting, by taking part in certain rituals that you know will take you into yourself more fully. There are many other ways as well to connect to the truth of who you really are as a being of unconditional love. And different masters showed you different ways. Now, we want all of you to recognize that you don't need another master to come and show you again what it is you have already been shown. But instead, you need to take those teachings and utilize them. You need to recognize that you already have everything that you need. But you also have to put into practice that which has been shared with you by these beautiful teachers and masters. And now what you have on earth are many people who are working with the teachings, who are doing the practices, the meditations, and so on. And they are showing you that it doesn't take someone who was born under a bright shining star to be able to utilize these methods of alignment, these methods of integration. You have now upon your world so many teachings, so many techniques to get you there. And it's just a matter of you finding the ones that resonate with you. Some people are going to connect more to sound, and others are going to more to movement. Some are going to connect more through prayer, and others will connect more through acts of service. Most of you will find that it is easier to connect to a higher level of consciousness when you are in nature. When you connect to Mother Nature and Mother Earth, you have the ability to feel all of that love around you. All of those high frequency vibrations that are emanating from the trees and the rocks and the soil, from the bodies of water and the wild animals. Many masters have demonstrated that there was more to be found in that connection to nature. And they demonstrated it by going out into the desert or by sitting under a tree. You have all of that available to you throughout most of your year. And every time that it is nice enough outside for you to go and connect with those elements of nature that you appreciate, then go and be like an ascended master. Show yourself and others what is possible within a human physical form and be the teacher and the leader that you were always meant to be in this life. Do not think of ascended masters as better than you because they chose those paths very carefully from before the lifetime. They knew who they were going to be for all of you, and they had the perfect setup in that lifetime to be exactly who they became. You decided to take a different path, a more circuitous one, but you can still end up where they did by using all of the teachings that they gave you. And a lot of them have given you very similar teachings. Go within, quiet your mind, be heart-centered, be love in action, be of service to others, connect, and connect some more. And you will find that there is always more available to you. Each and every time you connect with another being, or with Mother Earth, or with an animal or a tree, you will find your own path to enlightenment. Of this we are certain. The Ascended Masters have shown you the various paths and have invited you to them. And it is time for those of you who are on Earth right now to accept that invitation. A quantum leap forward for the Awakened Collective. We are illuminating many paths for the Awakened Collective because we know that sometimes getting the gentle nudges that you do from your guides is not enough. We know that the more encouragement you get from above, the easier then it becomes for you to take the path that will bring you the most joy and the most ease on the remainder of your ascension journeys. Not everyone who is a part of the Awakened Collective will have the exact same experiences moving forward because you are all different and you are all meant to have different experiences for the one for Source. One thing you can absolutely count on, however, is that the experience you have of your ascension will be one that will be unequaled in terms of all of your other experiences in all of your other lifetimes. In this universe, the reason for that is jumping from the third dimension to the fourth and then the fifth in a single physical lifetime is the biggest leap forward that you can make. There will be no suffering as a fifth dimensional being. You will find that everything that you want and need is available to you as a fifth dimensional being. You are experiencing the hardships and the challenges that you are right now because you are co-creating the experience of the fifth dimension. You are asking for what it is that you want to experience, and it is being created and held for you in that realm. It is a different realm than the one you are existing in right now. And at the same time, the fifth dimension is within you. That is a paradox. And it is supposed to be a paradox because you are meant to have your minds blown at this time. You are meant to go beyond what your mind has the capacity to understand. And in order to do that, you must give yourselves that which cannot be figured out. It is in your inability to figure something out that you will eventually give up. And it is in that surrendering that you are able to take a quantum leap forward. All quantum leaps that you have scheduled for yourselves come in those moments of letting go. They come from surrender. You are meant to fail in certain areas of your lives so that you will surrender, so that you will let go of your attachments and let in the spiritual experiences that go so far beyond the physical ones. Now, you still get to manifest a very nice life for yourself in this physical body and in this dimension, but chances are it doesn't include everything you've ever wanted for yourselves. All of that will be possible once you cross that threshold of consciousness that takes you into a fifth dimensional experience of reality. What we are saying to you is that there is a lot for you to look forward to. And what we are also saying is that we learn so much about you by experiencing you and by hearing from you. And as we do, we are able to use that data we collect to understand what those best timelines are for you. And as we illuminate them, we are sending out an invitation to all of you to join us in the space we are holding for you. We want you to experience everything that will transform you into this next and highest version of yourselves that you are always moving toward. We sense the readiness of so many within the Awakened Collective. And we are telling you that you don't have to wait any longer. You also don't need to hit a wall before you let go. Now is the time, and you are ready to take that next step towards your ascension. We know this, and many of you know this as well. There is no need to wait for a solar flash for an event of any kind. You are the ones who are meant to lead the way, and you are doing so through your conscious awareness of who and what you are capable of. and we are happy to nudge you along on your way.